I'm going to show you how to import any 3D game character into Unreal Engine or UEFN, Unreal Editor for Fortnite, from an AI-generated image with animations using a couple simple tricks. To get started, you can use any AI image generator, but I am using deepeye.org as it is free. You can find the link in the description. You can see we generated a skeleton with the following prompt. You can get help from ChatGPT to generate your characters and optimize the image generation. Once you are satisfied with your design, go ahead and download it or save as image. Next, we go to a website called Hugging Face where AI models are available. We will be using image to 3D asset with Trellis. Link in the description. Just drop in your saved image or select it by clicking on the drop image section. As you can see, your design is now uploaded and we need to click generate. Alternatively, you could edit the seed if desired. The loading can take from 1 minute to 5 minutes depending on the traffic on the site. Once it is done, you can see your design. Now we want to click the option Extract GLB. This will generate the file needed to import it into Blender. When it is done loading, you can check out your 3D character and download the GLB file. Now let's open up Blender. For this, I am using the base install of Blender 4.3, link in the description. When we open it up, click the cube and press delete on your keyboard or right-click delete. On the top left of the screen, select File and select Import. We now choose Import GLB file. Navigate to where your GLB download is and select it. It now imported our 3D generated character in Blender. To optimize the model, you can smooth it by clicking the character, and in the top, selecting Object and select Shade, Smooth. Then, while having the character still selected, press Tab on your keyboard. Then press M to get a window. Here we select By Distance to optimize the 3D model. To move the character up so his feet are at the ground layer, press G and then Z. Now move your mouse and click when the character aligns with the ground. Once you are done, you can click File in the top right and select Export. Select Export as FBX. Now pick a destination folder and give the file a name. Then select Export. Now we go to Mixamo.com. Here we select Upload New Character. Select the FBX file of your character that you just saved. Once opened, you will get a window with a view of your character. Here, you select Next. Now, we need to assign the points for the joints of the character. Drop the points for every joint type on your character. Once you are done, optionally, you can select the skeleton LOD box to change the type to No Fingers. We'll now start to generate your character. If you get an unknown error, you might need to try a different browser, as switching to Microsoft Edge worked for me. Once it is done loading, you will see your 3D character in motion. You can now select Next to go and pick out some animations you want to download. To choose an animation, select the Animations tab and scroll or search for an animation you want. Then simply select it, and it will be applied to your character. We now see the animation on our character. If you want to export this animation, click on Download. You can leave all these settings on default and select Download. Once downloaded, you now see your new animation in FBX file format. It is important to note for the next step that you need both the FBX file for the animation and the first GLB file downloaded from the Trellis tool. Now let's import our new character into Unreal Engine or UEFN. I will be using Unreal Engine for Fortnite for this tutorial. In Unreal Engine, open a new project or your already existing project where you want the character to be imported in. In your main project, create a new empty folder and go ahead and import the GLB file from Trellis. This will import our skeleton.character model and the material also called character skin into our project. Once loaded in, we will now also import our animation from Mixamo, which is the FBX file. When you import the FBX file, you will get a skeletal mesh, animation sequence, and a skeleton. We now need to apply the material instance from the GLB file to the skeletal mesh to get the color skin on the character that is doing the animation. Once applied, you can exit and double-click the animation sequence to get a preview of your character. Now, when ready, just drag your character in your game and voila, you just imported your AI-generated character in your game. If you now would play the game, it will loop truff the animation. If you have any other question, feel free to ask in the comments. Further, if you liked this video, subscribing and liking would help a lot. Follow for more tutorials and feel free to comment on subjects or matters that I could cover to help with your tech software related problems. Hope to see you next time.